WBO, Dan Hardin got in touch with Jaime, and he said, would you be able to take the lads for a week, blown us out? Jaime was very open to it straight away, and Jaime said, yeah, no bother, I'll take on the lads like for the week. Jaime's the parish priest there, yeah, in Relco, in Alto WBO. So his main function and his main job is to work with Indigenous people, like. So that's his main function, his main role and stuff, like. In terms of the trip down, we left at 10 o'clock in the evening, and we arrived in at 6 in the morning, like. Just wrecked, like. Yeah, I tried to sleep in the bus, but yeah. The first day we got there, we were already dancing with the people, like. Poenchi dances, Mapuche dances and different things, like. Like we were being spun around the place and all this kind of stuff, like. We were in Alto WBO and we'd have to go up to the mountains every day practically, like. So yeah, we just basically load up the truck. For us, we brought sports equipment down with us. So we brought like footballs, rugby balls, cones, different bits and pieces that we could use for the schools that we wouldn't be meeting below there. It took us 2 hours to travel up the mountain on really bad roads on the edge of a cliff practically, like. You're going in, so like we're on the Andes Mountains, and you're going in and out and up and down, you name it, like. But the views were unbelievable, like. And even along the journeys, Jaime would stop. We'd wonder why he'd be stopping, like, or whatever. And he just said, look right. So we'd look right then, there could be a waterfall that we'd have missed, like, if he didn't spell it out to us. And he'd point out different things, so there could be a volcano in the background of that, like, that we think, oh, it's the Andes Mountains or whatever, but no, it's actually an active volcano. And then as you look close into it, you can see that there's smoke coming out of that mountain. Oh, okay, that's a volcano, so, like. So them moments were great, like, the journey was great because open your eyes, like, and you can see snow-capped mountains, you can see volcanoes, you can see waterfalls, you can see rivers. There was just so many different things that you could see along that journey. So the journey always went really fast, like. When we got to school, the kids, so they can speak Spanish the finest or whatever, like, but we wanted to kind of see, like, hear a bit of Mapuche language and Poenchi language as well, like. So what Jaime did was, look, we're going to go into the classroom, you're going to introduce yourselves and different things. You're going to say a sentence in English, or yeah, from our English and Irish and different things. So it was English for Danny, it was Irish for me, and it was Spanish then for Pancho, like. And they're going to reply back to you in Poenchi. So we were like saying one sentence, but they'd replied in Poenchi. So we were kind of listening out to the Poenchi language and how different it was, like, to our own language, like, you know. Yeah, it was really nice, and to hear their language and hear what they use on a day-to-day basis, like. And even linked with schools, like, we were playing with 2 schools there, like, and you'd have a mountain either side of you, like. So that was unbelievable as well, like. We played a bit of rugby with them outside. We could be playing for 2 hours, I'd say, with them and stuff, like. The principal didn't mind at all, like. The principal said, yeah, keep going, keep playing away, like. The World Cup is coming up in France, obviously, like, so I wanted to, when they might see it on TV or whatever, that look, they might be able to pick up a rugby ball and pass around it, like. So that was our main focus there, like. In terms of playing conditions, you're playing in, like, mud, kind of sandy areas, like. Literally, the pitch we were kind of playing in was absolutely destroyed, like. So the kids returned to their classrooms. We're in a bit of a state, like, ourselves, like, so in terms of, like, just mud all over their fences and stuff, like, so that wasn't great, but yeah, really enjoyable experience with the kids and stuff, and just really appreciative and genuine, the kids, like. So that was lovely as well, like, you know, after visiting with the schools and stuff like that, you'd be visiting families, and you're walking into the families, and the bare minimum that they have, like, so you're walking in and, like, people are making bread, like, homemade bread or whatever, like, using their dough or whatever with ashes and turning it over, like. So even watching that experience was pretty cool, like, you know. But this is what they do on a day-to-day basis in order to make the bread and stuff, like. And just in terms of working, like, they have to work every day practically, like. in order to keep their house warm and stuff like. So like cutting timber is so important from them. And what I love about like the environment as well is the togetherness. It's the same in Ireland as well, like the togetherness of the funerals and stuff like. Well, yeah. So that was another quite rich experience as well now. Like, so I went to the funeral, and obviously again it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, so you're traveling for about 2.5 hours to get this place from Alto then up into the mountains. Like, so we travelled, we got there. So as part of their culture, you have to have a big meal after, like, to celebrate the woman's life, like who it was. A tradition is when someone dies or whatever, they'll kill their finest cow, finest whatever they have, like, to feed all the people at the funeral, like. So we walked over there then, like, and I couldn't get over, like, there's 5 tables. 2 of the tables are just filled with meat, like, I mean, they're not on plates now or anything like that, like, they're just on the table, like, just laid out on the table, like. You have your salads and different bits and pieces, and your bread and all that kind of stuff as well, like. But just the size of the meat, like, literally, you take one thing, like, and you'll be full after it, like. But they want you, oh, go on, have a small bit more, have a small more and more and more. Yeah, so you're very swollen after that experience anyway, like. But yeah, I couldn't get over the size of the meat that was there. But that's their culture. They live for their moments, like. They want you to celebrate after the life as well, celebrate the life. Funeral is like a wedding, like, you know, sort of thing, like, bringing so much people together, like, having as much food as you can to feed the amount of people that be coming and stuff, like. And even for people leaving the funeral as well, like, to make sure that you're leaving with something as well in your hands, like, for whatever time it may be, like. But there is a sense of joy inside them, like, you know. There's a sense of joy, there's a sense of happiness, and community inside them as well, like, you know. So that was lovely to see as well, like, even though that they have very little, you know, they do have the hope that, you know, people do want to see the best for them, like, and they do want the best for the pooches as well, like. They do believe that, yeah, there is something greater than this life. So that was wonderful as well, like, in terms of hearing that, and you know, hearing, like, about the woman's life and different things, and that she's going to go to the next life now, like. So yeah, definitely, I'd say. In terms of the Indigenous people, like, you do get to learn so much from even just shadowing and even being amongst them, like. Family time is massive for them. In terms of the Western world and stuff, like, we don't really make time for like morning breakfasts or lunches together or evening meals together, like. We're kind of rushing and racing to get to the next thing in our lives, like. But these moments for the Indigenous people are so important, like, you know, their time of reflection, their time of talk, their time to just be with one another, check in with one another, like, and obviously then with their phones and different things excluded from that environment as well, like. So definitely you just get to learn small different bits and pieces, like, and obviously they have to live so simply, but that's what makes them so unique as well, like, you know. They obviously don't have any central heating, like, so that's obviously one thing that they won't use at all, like. In terms of cars, they have, like, very little families, Mapuche families have cars, like, so obviously that's lowering their pollution levels as well, like. In terms of rubbish, there's no plastic really being used, like, because they don't have plastic in the first place, like. So everything is kind of handmade and stuff, like, you know, out of the materials that are already there, like, whether it's recycling your ashes, jump for fires and stuff, like. So everything's kind of being recycled the whole time, reused again, like. In terms of clothes as well, like the family that we met would have the same clothes on, you know, like they might have 3 or 4 pairs of clothes, but that's it, like, you know. So obviously you compare it to in Ireland and stuff, like, you know, the clothes that we have, like, and we go through, like, we're buying more and more and more, like, you know. So definitely they're living as simply as they can, like. No real Wi-Fi as well, like, so no connections with anyone really, like, as such, like, but they obviously, they talk with their neighbours and stuff, like, you know, and visit their neighbours and different things like that, like. And having animals as well, like, you know, that's how they survive, to support their animals and, you know, to use, whether it's wool from the sheep, or whether it's the meat from the sheep or the lambs or whatever, like, or goats or whatever it may be, like. So that's how they survive and stuff. So in terms of, like, living healthily and living, you know, for climate change, yes, they have fires or whatever, but it's only a drop in, like, they need the fires. If they didn't have the fires, they'd freeze to death, like, you know. So in terms of fighting against climate change, they're definitely doing as much as they can for it, like, even though they mightn't think it, like, but they're certainly not harming it anyway in a dramatic way, like. On the last day as well, like, we met with people again, and we had a big celebration. We'd only been there for a week, like, we had a big celebration again, like, you know, and talking and chatting and, you know, drinking away and different things, like, but just, it was great to be amongst them and to fit in with the culture, like, you know. It was a special moment as well, like, for all the three of us that were there, like, so. But yeah, I couldn't thank Jaime enough, like, because he had everything kind of set up for us, like, in terms of meeting with schools, providing us with activities, like, even as brought me back home anyway, like, you know, the lifestyle there, cutting timber, when you got an idle moment in the day, the love and togetherness in the work as well, like, you know, whatever had to be done, whether it's moving different objects, people were coming together to get up and to move it and to work with each other then, like. Yeah, like, I did feel sad when I was leaving the place. I would have liked to spend another week there maybe, like, you know, because I just got on so well with the people, and there, like, you know, we were working together, we were going to their funerals, we were visiting them, we were connecting with schools, like, creating a bit of a bond there with schools as well, like. Yeah, so I definitely felt sad leaving the place, but I did, you know, there was more things to do from the trip as well, like. But definitely I'd take away that, you know, a sense of being with people, checking in with people, supporting people and talking with them is really important. And obviously the work as well, like the cutting timber, you know, that's something I just fell in love with, and even Pancho and Danny fell in love with as well, like, you know. But they love that, like, because, you know, the timber isn't for you, like, the timber is for their fires to keep them warm. So when Jaime said to me, like, I was out cutting timber at we were visiting one family, I said, look, I'll go out and cut a bit of timber for them. They said, Jenny, would you? And I said, I'd tip away then, like. And then the natives around me were stopping and staring, like, Jeannie, this is a Westerner, this is a gringo, as I was referred to out there, you know. What's he doing at all here, like, you know. But that was a moment I was like, yes, you know, I'm in this, and I'm making the most of what I can do, and I've cut timber back in Ireland, but to cut timber for these people, and it's cold here, it's quite cold, like. I know it has a purpose, it has a meaning, and it has that, and that's something that's going to stay with me anyway for a long time anyway, so, yeah.